What do you expect when you dress your child up like a vintage doll, give them the most vintage doll-like name you could find, and not know? Sure, I may not have any formal training on all this stuff, or had the most fanciest equipment out there, but I had some very professional stuff growing up without even knowing. My friends growing up were really into DIY and did a lot of modeling, acting, and pretend play, but we didn't know any professionals growing up. My best friend, when we were growing up, learned how to do their own makeup by watching Michelle Phan tutorials on YouTube. They also had the softest hair when we were growing up, but it didn't have the most fancy shampoos out there. As a child, I've always wanted a YouTube channel. I thought it was really cool if people my age were documenting stuff with the world and what their lives were like. I got mine in the beginning of 8th grade, and despite all the problematic stuff I did without knowing and hurting people, I had a lot of potential, but I never really knew until I looked back at all my old stuff recently. I put so much time and effort into that channel when I wasn't doing schoolwork, hanging out with my friends, but unfortunately, I had to go to college and get some jobs, and those are stuff I can't really post online due to my safety. Last summer when I did POC TikTok, I just wanted something to impact the world and help people find other people of color to follow on TikTok because the app was being very racist to them. I didn't know I was a teen model or that it was my first modeling gig because I was so upset about everything going on. My friend was being abused by doctors just because of her skin color, and I was struggling a lot with the pandemic and not being able to see my friends in real life. During the school semester, I got sent this picture of Pattie. I thought, oh, it's just a girl hanging out with a couple beetles, and just went back to doing my school papers. Then, over winter break, after Christmas and New Year's, I was very bored at home and decided to one day look up Pattie Boyd. A lot of her pictures of her modeling from the 60s is a lot like my photos as a child. Things were very different back then, and back then, people probably snapped away on their cameras and told Pattie to do whatever they want. She didn't get any directions on how to pose or anything. I recently decided to go back for all my old stuff because I don't know what to do after COVID ends. And I thought maybe looking through some of the stuff I did as a kid and growing up would help me get an idea of what I'd like to do after COVID. I gained lots of subscribers through my absence from this channel, through a supporting star role I had, and my TikTok account. I decided to jump back this year because since, well, we are in quarantine, and it's going to be a while before I can do stuff out in the real world, but I can do so many things even virtually. I can put myself out there. And while it's important to learn about algebra and that kind of stuff, it's so important to learn about why you're like your favorite idols or singers, or why you're into, well, the music you're into. Thank you for all the support, regardless if you subscribed way back then, or you just subscribed recently. It means the world to me, and I think I do many, many things on here. I'm sure with the correct tools, I can reach my full potential as a model, TikTok star, and, well, person in general. I don't mean classes, but I mean something small, like maybe growing up I got to see my friends and mentors maybe more often, or that I'm uploading much more on social media and I'm using things like TikTok to practice. Growing up, I didn't know any perspectives of... Most of my stuff has been only seen by my family or people at school growing up. I never really put myself out there in the world until, well, recently, when I decided to jump back on social media again. Who knows what could happen, but I'm pretty glad I've decided to share myself with people other than my family and school friends.